Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Monday, the 23rd of May, 2022. We're at about 8:35 a.m. The stock market starting off on a firmer note. Whether it will hold, well, that remains to be seen. I look at the rallies, especially if you can get a prolonged one, something of more than a day or two, is probably going to be selling opportunities down the road. The question is where you're at. The markets were under the lower Bollinger Band, so moving to the right-hand side in the stock indices of them makes total sense to me to get within them again. As you look at the metal markets, most are up into the positive, and that's in part because the dollar's down at the expense of the euro, which had a heck of a bounce here. The market's been up about a penny and a half. So, the talk of the parity, that might be out the window, is Christine Lagarde, the head of the European Central Bank, again talking that the market will probably be moving into positive rates by September or so. You can see that the energies are fairly stable here. Wheat is getting a bid. There's more uncertainty today about India and what it's going to do with its wheat. That has come back into play. We seem to go through that on a regular basis. If you look at the Chicago Federal Reserve, their activity index, it's a nice pop, up to 47. They revised a terrible reading from the month before of 44, even worse, to a 36. So this is a nice jump, about a 30% jump, actually. World Head of Business and Governments meeting in Davos this week at the World Economic Forum. They normally hold it in the winter, so this time it's in the spring. You don't see all the snow that you normally see. We'll see if any central bankers do any talk. This coming Wednesday, we get the release of the FOMC minutes. Everybody will be studying that. In Beijing, authorities extended the work-from-home guidance for many of the 22 million people there. 99 new cases were reported. That brings up Shanghai. And while 600 cases were reported, that's in the quarantined area. The not quarantined area is still zero. That's a positive. Indonesia announced today that it was going to allow resumption of palm oil exports, but they didn't give the particulars to it. And as of June 1st, Russia's central bank will ban its short selling of securities and buying of foreign currencies. Now, as you know, we have seen the Russian ruble soar recently. Remember when it broke off the invasion of Ukraine? Well, what people don't understand is Russia changed the game. You couldn't go short the ruble. You couldn't play with foreign currency. You couldn't play with certain securities. So the only thing that they allowed was buying into the ruble, and that got exasperated as Russia declared that the only way you were going to get gas or oil from them is via paying them in rubles because they can't get dollars because of the sanctions that Europe put on them. So they created and concocted an idea through the Gazprom Bank where you can pay in your rubles and dollars to Gazprom and you're not breaking, according to the European Union, the sanctions because you're paying in euros or dollars. There they're converting into rubles, which creates a demand for the ruble. The market there is small. Remember, you can't go onto the foreign markets. They've been banned from all that with what they're trying to do, and that's part of the idea is to make them a pariah, take them out of the world financial system. So the ruble goes up. You would think, that's going to lower inflation. No, their inflation's running 17% or so. So that's not the case, and too strong of a ruble can actually hurt them internally. So they're trying to get the balancing act, but when you guide, is that a good word, a currency the way they're doing, it's inevitably going to be stumbling, and you question what's going on. I had somebody write on over the weekend, hey, did you look at the ruble? You know, look at how strong it is. Look at how well it's doing on a relative term. That's my answer to it, if you understand what is going on. I want to make something clear. I know a lot of you like the indicator work that we're doing. We've had a lot of people write about the pivot point series. Well, I don't know if you're aware of it. The Rune Indicator is another one of those free series that I did. No cost to it. Video series that you take a look at the uniqueness of what this indicator does to give you an idea of time and price movement. And the whole idea here is as the market is moving, making, let's say, in higher highs, higher lows, is it weakening to the point where a trend is coming to an end and you're starting to get the divergence. If you'd like to learn about this and how to work with it, it's fascinating to see. All you need to do is give us, a call. You can also go to our website, and the website, go to free offers, or just take your cursor, move it up here for free offers. We'll be happy to put it in the mail to you. Mail being email. It'll be a link, open it up, and you'll be able to learn this indicator, or at least about it. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good day. I'll see you at the end of the day with our market wrap-up.